So I love Opinel knives. Lightweight, super inexpensive, and just great performers. They're just super cool and have been around for like 100 years. This is the exception. The Opinel Explorer number 12. I don't know what the heck I'm holding here. This thing has the potential to be cool. I bought it thinking like, yeah, this might be a great option, you know, for a lot of people out there. And it's just a weird monstrosity that I'm going to share with you today with a lot of goofy features that I just think are a total waste of time, and coming in at like between $40 to $50, nowhere near the price point that we expect from most Opinels, like the one that I showed you just a moment ago. I mean, that thing was like $10, $15 maybe. So this number 12 Explorer, I don't know what Opinel was thinking with this design, and we're going to discuss the limitations of this knife in this video. Food prep time. Look at how big that handle is. Can I just say that, guys? This handle is like freaking ginormous, by the way. But when it does come to your apple prep, delicious. So this will be a mini little trigger here. I'll rotate the collar that way. So I'm going to do the spike on this side. Now this is the goofy thing. Look at this. So I mean, there's like a huge amount sticking out the back. For me to use this properly in the format I would want to use it, that's about where I want to hold it. I mean, fantastic slicer. I mean, look at that. Phenomenal. The blade itself performs great. I think it's just the handle. The handle is just like a total goofball. Okay, so there's our spike, easily done. We're gonna do our little notch here. Oh yeah, that bites in like so well. Super nice. Knot. I think it's tearing it up. So it's like the right blade, wrong handle, man. Look at that. Little mini, just for demonstration. Very quick. Great blade, but man, you just got this giant goofy thing hanging around on the back end. All right, got my two number 8s that I love, one in the Sandvik steel and one in the carbon steel. Love these guys. I think I paid like maybe 15 bucks for the Sandvik, and I think like $9 for the carbon steel one. So just so that you have some perspective, and so you know, I mean, I love Opinels. I mean, they're fantastic for the money. Now this guy up here also has that Sandvik steel, which is a great steel, you know, particularly at the price point. Much better than like HCR 13 MOV, and I would even say better than most AUS 8s you're gonna find out there. So it's definitely a step up. You're looking at 3.95 inches overall, full flat grind. We got a 90-degree spine on here, the nail nick to open it, and just a really well designed, really nice slicer. You got that collar lock right there, keep it locked up, and it's got that little safety like that, so when it's blocking that, then the blade can't open, and then you open it back up, use your nail nick, and then you rotate that collar, and it's got nowhere to go, so you got a really nice solid lockup. The weight is 5 ounces, so that's pretty heavy for a knife, particularly in comparison, like a folding knife compared to these guys over here. And you're looking at a over 6-inch handle made out of a polymer material that is very grippy, very ergonomic. Really like the ergos on it, but it is ginormous. Just to run in some perspective here, here is the more Cansbull. Love this fixed blade. This guy weighs 4.9 ounces. This guy weighs like 5.1. So same weight for the entire package. I'm talking with the sheath, the more Cansbull, and the more is going to have a longer blade and a more natural sized, more well-balanced handle. Just to give us some perspective, this is a Ka-Bar Becker BK2. The handle on this Opinel is longer than a Becker BK2, which is just crazy, the size. So this is the number one thing that throws me off immediately, is this silly gut hook thing is just, it's a total waste of space, and I don't like it. This is what it's designed to do. You have this big like hook out here that you could do for like a lanyard, you know, or something like that if you want to throw a lanyard on the knife, and you can push it out just like that a little bit, and then you have this cord cutter, gut hook maybe kind of thing that you pull, but the knife or the gut hook can come completely out. So this is easily lost. And then like this, I don't have any tension really, except for maybe gut hooking. I can't cut cord like this. And it just is really goofy to me. I'm like, why is this here? And in fact, I think it would actually be a much better item without this silly hook here. And they just sold it to you like this and shortened it back some. And that's the main hang up that I have, is that this gut hook, silly cord cutter, whatever the smack it is thing, they put like a whole inch of space that's not needed on the handle. So the handle is freaking ginormous. I mean, just look at this thing. So this is where I normally hold it. And I've got like, I don't know, 3 inches hanging off the back here to accommodate the silly, you know, hook or whatever. So if they had shortened this up some, not only would it have been lighter weight, but then also it would have been a lot more functional, and they could have dropped the price instead of adding this silly gut hook. So that's my main hang up with it, is this thing is a total waste of space, and the handle is super long, making the whole product heavier than it should be and larger than it should be. Now after that, we have on one side a Firesteel, which actually is rather decent at throwing sparks. It would be a great backup. The 90-degree spine on the knife throws sparks really well, and this would be a great backup if you got stuck, lost, something like that. As long as you had good tinder, you could totally start a fire with this. It's not seated quite as nicely as I would like. It hasn't ever come out on me, but I could see over time, because it's just polymer on polymer, that this thing could pop out, and then you would lose that. If there was some better way to really get it like locked in and tight in there, that would make me a little happier. As it is, it's just kind of, it's barely in there, and the gut hook doesn't keep it in place from everything that I have seen. Dude, that's the dumbest thing in the whole wide world. Oh my gosh. They tried to make the gut hook like work as a lock or something, but it doesn't do that. Yeah, I messed with it. The gut hook has like a little notch in there that could maybe like try and keep it locked in, but I've just been messing with it and I can't get it to lock. So I mean, this thing could easily, the Firesteel could fall out if bumped really hard, or just, you know, not put back properly. Finally, they do have a whistle, which is really good and high pitched. That would really work well to get some attention to an injured person or just, you know, an emergency situation. So that is really well done, and I like the emergency whistle. So as I said in the beginning, this thing's gonna run between $40 and $50. They have an orange and a green version out right now. I just think there's way better ways to spend your money. They do have like a survival version, but it's serrated, and I don't like that. So if they came out basically with that version plain edge, I think that could actually be something that I would be interested in the future. I think that one just has the whistle, and the Firesteel doesn't have the silly hook. So the price is not there for me. The design is not there for me. Yes, the blade is a great slicer, so I would just go get a number 12, you know, just the normal one, and save yourself like 30 bucks. So not impressed. I will have links in the description below over to Amazon for these. If you are really interested in these and want to give it a shot, you do see some sort of value with that gut hook. I do not at all. Or you are interested in other Opinels. I'll throw in some of my favorite Opinels at really inexpensive prices in the links below over to Amazon. That helps me get out there, buy products just like this, so I can give you a comprehensive video and you guys can make a wise decision. So finally, thank you so much for coming over here today, checking out this channel. I hope this video has helped you out, make a wise choice, and steer you away from the Explorer and towards one of the other more normal Opinels. And I'd love to see some maybe fine tuning and just giving us this without that hook and shortening the handle and, you know, cutting the price by 15 bucks, and maybe we'd be a lot more interested, and probably more people would be interested in purchasing it. So check us out on all the relevant social media. That's a great way to see what's up and coming. Always remember, stay equipped, stay prepared. We'll see you out there.